Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. As always, I'm Grestar, and this is another death battle reaction, Deadpool versus The Mask. So of course, make sure to click on the link in the description below to go to the official release first, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, then come back here and we'll watch it together. So yes, Deadpool and The Mask. We've seen Deadpool a number of times. I feel like we've seen The Mask once before, but I don't recall for sure. I've seen the Mask movie. I've seen both of them. Are there more than two? Anyway, there's like Mask and Son of the Mask or whatever. But it's been a long time for either of them. I remember liking The Mask as a young child, actually. It didn't startle me as much as I thought it would have thinking back, you know? Or as I would think it would have, but anyway. And Deadpool, I like the movies. I've seen both of the Deadpool movies and I enjoyed them. But, you know, outside of that, like I've never read the Deadpool comics. And I've never played like the Deadpool game, so you know my knowledge is limited. Even though these characters may or may not have appeared in death battles already in the past, does not mean that I retained any of that knowledge. So I know that they are both like very cartoon characters, you know, like their powers are cartoon. And that's what kind of makes them them, you know? It's just kind of ridiculous, over-the-top stuff. Especially on, like, Mask's end, like, his is actually, like, cartoon powers, and Deadpool is kind of more just, like, he can survive to a cartoonish extent, you know? Like, he just takes blows and regenerates himself, that kind of thing. I don't know who will win based upon that alone. I did like setting this up, you know, with the last episode's next time on Death Battle, where it's like, I think we know a way to get rid of Deadpool once and for all. You know, they bring in the Mask to help do that. And maybe, you know, maybe the cartoon violence will be enough to take out the cartoon durability or what. It's hard to say. I guess we'll find out. So with that, let's get to watching. And play.
Happy holidays from Rooster Teeth.
Oh, you remembered! Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'm bitter with Rooster Teeth.
You sure this is gonna work? This'll shut him up for good?
Trust me, it's the perfect plan.
Okay then, let's get started.
Cool. Just all the Death Battle reaction copyright stuff, all of the Ruby reaction copyright stuff, things like that. Just rubbed me wrong. The way that certain people DM'd me from the company.
Such as Deadpool, Marvel's merc with a micro penis.
That's more from
And the Mask, a total Chad who just oozes
more
big
from
dick
Death
energy.
Battle's end, actually. Screw Attack full
Could've
screening,
sworn
but
that would
whatever.
get his attention.
He's
The
with
micro
my
penis?
boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
My third death battle? Ha! Wait, what was that about a micro penis?
You didn't win the second one. You and Pinkie Pie made
Every
friends.
famous superhero has a special something which makes them recognizable. Some are gothic knights of darkness,
Right.
a showcase of order versus chaos.
Of course.
Some are instantly relatable, a prime example of an average person in a not-so-average world.
Yeah.
And
Love
some
Spider-Man.
Shoved in your face over and over and over again until you just can't take it anymore.
Shucks, are you talking about me? You're such a sweet talker.
Go away.
I do like this animated
Why stop a good thing?
Deadpool more than I
I'm
liked
Wade
the,
Wilson,
like, let's
national
pose this 3D
mercenary
model
and
around.
twice robbed of winning People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive award. Way back, I got stuck in a seriously shitty situation called cancer.
Ugh.
The worst supervillain. But then the good folks of Department K offered me a cure. Sounded great. Until I learned the big plot twist.
Department K was actually a sect of the Weapon X program, a top-secret project for crafting super soldiers by any means necessary.
They shot Wade up with 50
I actually don't know if I knew it was
hot,
part of
creamy
Weapon X.
Wolverine juice. It gave him the same crazy healing factor, but also turned his face into an improv comedy prompt.
You look like an avocado. Had sex with an older, more disgusting avocado. Yeah.
After escaping in gruesome fashion, Wade resumed his life as a mercenary, taking the name Deadpool.
He's got your standard superhuman buffs. Super strength, super speed, super toughness, the works. But he put that super
I didn't know he
swagger
knew all
to use
those
as an
languages.
expert martial artist. Though it's hard to tell sometimes because he lets himself get hit a lot.
Hey, you have a healing factor that would make even Logan's nuclear-charred adamantium skeleton blush. You let yourself nosh on a lead sandwich every once in a while. I've survived gunshot wounds, impalement, organ destruction, stupefaction, and even freaking disintegration. Good luck trying to take me out.
Don't take all the credit for yourself. You know you were cursed with everlasting life by Thanos during some of that.
Oh,
Yeah, well, me and Space Grimace have a really deep relationship.
forgot about that.
About as deep as I am in his girlfriend. Hey-oh!
Good thing Thanos removed the curse so we could violently murder you.
An impulse I deeply empathize with.
Well, as much as I liked getting resurrected after that, I like doing the opposite to other people even more.
Killing them?
As in killing them.
Thank
With
you.
weapons, especially my lovely golden girls, Bee and Arthur.
That would be his katanas, which are almost unbreakable thanks to an energy field from his suit.
Oh,
Fully charged,
really?
they can even cut the Hulk.
Even then,
Oh.
Deadpool is a walking arsenal with enough machine guns, sniper rifles, grenades, rocket launchers, tranquilizers, etc. to take out a small country.
And if I'm feeling cute, I might delete you later with any one of the wacky weapons of mass destruction I picked up on my misadventures. Like a gun that wipes you from history, the actual
Really?
Venom symbiote, and the 7th Infinity Stone, the Continuity Gem.
Wow.
It rewrites canon itself and could even make Wiz and Boomstick bearable co-hosts. I mean, maybe.
Maybe,
Oh, yeah?
okay.
Well, let's go over some of these feats of yours. Take it away, Wiz.
With pleasure. Deadpool has showcased his impressive super strength when, at one point, he stood up straight, without aid. Based on Deadpool's cannon weight and examining the distribution of mass here, we can deduce his legs can support 210 pounds, or just
Wow.
under 100 kilograms.
Wait, what?
Oh, or how about the time he held up this pistol? That's a Desert Eagle Mark 19, which weighs 72 whole ounces. Amazing.
Guys, what the hell? You know I can kick people through concrete walls and kick around a 6-ton helicopter, right?
Here we can see him running, much like typical human beings run. And the average male running speed is about 9.4 kilometers.
That's not how I look when I
I
run.
was outrunning a goddamn airplane. You know how fast airplanes are. Jesus H. Christ almighty. Do some research for once, you frauds.
Jokes aside, Deadpool can move faster than the eye can track. He's caught Captain America's shield, which Cap can throw fast enough to slice through tanks. He's even dodged the electric-powered mutant Surge's lightning blasts. If these are anything like the leaders of real lightning, they could be moving over 98,000 meters per second.
Okay, right.
Deadpool's a tough son of a bitch, too. He's survived a sunburn from a freaking space laser, getting crushed under the Chrysler building,
Oh.
and an explosion that cratered an entire city block. Just look at the size of that.
Are we saying like
Measuring
he
the
was
freighter's volume
fine,
and
or
applying
just he
statistics
reformed?
polarization of rock, the explosion must have equaled about 130 tons of TNT.
That's like getting hit in the face with 22 monster trucks driving at top speed, all at the same time.
But Deadpool isn't perfect. Far from it, obviously. Unlike Wolverine, his chemically induced healing factor isn't a natural evolution, and so it seriously damaged his brain. Which explains a lot.
Yeah, fair.
This guy isn't just annoying as balls, he's legit insane. Talk about a terrible combination.
Well, Deadpool's insanity leads him to talk to seemingly invisible people, namely the writers and editors of each comic book he's in.
Ah,
I mean,
not the
is it
readers?
really insanity if it's true. That's even how he got rid of the continuity gem, by literally handing it over to the editors.
Oh,
While his broken mind and daredevil attitude makes him incredibly unpredictable, it can often put him in over his head. Plus, while his healing factor is quite potent, it's not an instant quick fix.
That's why he prefers to reattach his limbs rather than wait for them to regrow.
Am I crazy? Or is your hand really small?
That's not pleasant.
His biggest weakness, though, is that he's a dumb internet meme and he should feel bad about it.
And using this mathematical formula, taking account of Deadpool's abundance in media, we
Uh-huh.
can quantify exactly how dumb he is.
You know, I've done this death battle bullshit 3 times now, and can I just say, I hope you douchebags never change. I love it. I'll be over there chomping on popcorn and chimichangas while your heads explode trying to figure out how I could possibly lose this one.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Good
Okay.
riddance.
Deadpool may be an annoying clown who has menaced Marvel's good and bad sides for decades, but he's also had sex with my mom over 100 times and made her moan like, hey, hey, who changed the prompter? Come back here, you son of a bitch.
fair, fair, fair.
Psychologist Carl Jung once described the persona as a kind of mask,
Yes.
designed on the one hand to make a definite impression on others, and on the other to conceal the true nature of the individual.
Right.
Basically, who we are on the inside is different than who we are on the outside. But what if putting on a mask could actually reveal what was underneath it?
Underneath the mask? You mean
No,
your face?
that's scary.
don't even know how to start to answer that.
Use your mouth, it's on your face. Well, while Wiz is trying to figure out how masks work, dumbass.
Jekyll and
let's
Hyde
talk
with
about
Arthur.
One mask in particular.
That was
the
crazy.
Mask.
Its origins are shrouded in mystery. Some say it was used as part of an African tribal ritual. Others say it was created by Loki, the Norse god of mischief.
Who
That's
knows?
what I had
Who
thought it
cares?
was, but
wound up in
maybe
the
that was
hands
just
of
from that
Stanley
movie.
Ipkiss, the slubbiest, dorkiest loser this side of Deadpool.
Regenerating degenerates have feelings too, you know.
Curious, Stanley donned the mask and was transformed from an everyman to a Superman.
Smokehead.
And now he's a big green cartoon character the media dubbed Big Head.
But you can just call him the Mask. With his newfound powers, Stanley would take on the mob, get the girl, and live happily ever after. Right?
Don't let the family movie fool you. Sorry, movies. I always forget that second one.
Yeah.
Don't blame ya. This ain't your silly Steamboat Willie shenanigans. Get ready for some good old-fashioned hardcore violence.
Yeah, the comic is much
The
more
mask
violent
itself
from what
is
I've seen.
alive, and it desires nothing more than absolute carnage. By tapping into its wearer's repressed id, it can turn a nebbish nobody like Stanley into a rampaging serial killer.
Complete with Bugs Bunny powers. Horrifying.
Metaphysical
Yeah.
combat scientists like myself have long speculated about a unifying theory that could explain the source of the mask's power.
Oh?
We call this phenomenon Toon Force.
Ah.
Think of characters such as Bugs Bunny, Popeye, and Michael Jordan. A being that wields Toon Force seems capable of accomplishing almost anything they desire so long as they find it humorous. With this power,
Oh.
the mask can manipulate the laws of physics whenever he likes, even breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, God, no. He can break it, too.
Yeah.
He never said anything about that. And now we've got two of them.
Don't forget about me.
Oh,
Two of
Pinkie
them.
Pie.
Regardless, Toon Force allows the mask to summon any kind of weapon imaginable from thin air.
Right.
Everything from oversized guns and rocket launchers to whoopee cushions, dynamite, anvils, hell, anything from the good fellas at Acme.
Toon Force users can manipulate their bodies in any way they like, whether it be stretching their limbs, inflating themselves like a balloon, or shape-shifting into giant monsters.
And best of all, you can't really hurt a tune. Well, at least not in the normal way.
Right, it's not that the mask has a specific healing factor or some such, it's more like he can just say no to damage.
He's had holes blown in him, had his head cut off, stripped his own flesh from his bones, and was blown up into a bloody pulp. He can outpace Lobo, remember him?
I do,
'Cause he
vaguely.
doesn't need to wait for his body to heal. It just happens.
However, the scariest thing about the mask's use of Toon Force is how it affects the world around him.
Yes.
In most cases, the rules of Toon Force are applied to the user and whomever or whatever the force is affecting.
This even happens in the movie. Man, look at her go.
Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah.
But in the true canon of the mask, this is not the case.
Oh.
And this leads to some, well, horrific imagery.
Oh.
The mask can pick up cars and knock over buildings with ease. He can dodge point-blank bullets and run fast enough to set the ground on fire. He has survived massive explosions, giant robots, and being kicked in the testicles so hard he flew.
Out of all the gore in
Poor
those
guy.
comics, that is the worst thing I've seen yet. But remember what we said before about him fighting Lobo? The guy who ate a city?
Yes.
At one point, Lobo and the mask raced around the entire planet several times in the span of just a few seconds, and then crashed into each other in an absolutely gargantuan blast. Based on their after-trail rings and given an estimated time frame of less than half a minute, which fits given the context, they must have been going over 9 million meters per second.
I see.
What a couple of scamps.
There's only one way to really stop the mask, and that's by removing the mask itself.
Good luck trying. The only way is if the wearer has already decided to let it come off. And with the power it gives, who'd want to?
Technically, the conscience of the person the mask possesses still exists, and could be reasoned with or tricked into removing the mask.
Like when Lobo threw a guilt bomb at him after he murdered hundreds of people.
But the mask itself
Oh.
has an astronomically powerful influence on its host.
Right. I mean, who doesn't like letting loose every once in a while? We've covered a lot of vicious murderers on the show, but I've never seen one who has as much fun with it as the mask.
Let's rock this joint!
Okay.
All
So
right,
those were the
that's
two.
our set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, I've got a hunger for some.
I swear if you cut the commercial, I'll strangle you both with an actual blue
By now, you've probably
Yeah.
heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service.
I liked that
in the
cutoff though.
US.
That was nice. It's time for a death battle and pause. I think the mask is going to win. Like, as long as they're not going to pull something like, you know, Deadpool and Pinkie Pie where they just became friends and left, I think that between the two, the mask would win. Because the only way that I can think of that the mask could die is if he removed the mask. And it was specified that the mask can only be removed if the user, like the wearer, willingly removes it. And so, like, could Deadpool trick him or whatever, convince him, right, to remove the mask somehow? Sure. But the majority of the time, like if we were to run the simulation 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 100,000 times, etc., right? I don't think so. I don't think that would happen. And so like if the mask only takes damage when the mask wants to take damage, and if it doesn't apply cartoon physics to the things that it interacts with, in this case Deadpool, then it seems like the mask would win. Like, as durable as Deadpool is, as resilient as Deadpool is, as much as Deadpool can just come back, like, from anything, so can the mask, and in an instant. Unless I'm missing something, it seems like the mask has this. I can't, like, do I know of how the mask would finish Deadpool off? No, I don't, frankly, I don't know. But I can't think of how Deadpool, the majority of the time, would be able to defeat the mask. So I'm gonna say that the mask will win, and play.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this mess. But there's only enough funding for a few minutes of animation, so we're skipping that part.
That's fair.
Okay.
Hello.
All right, Majora's Mistake. You've got one chance to take that off.
Penis metaphor.
Is that what that was? Oh no, mask.
Woo! What a ride!
I must break you. Got it. Actually, that's not canon. Let's just say I know the right people. With this continuity gem, I can rewrite anything I think needs fixing. I could stop Hitler from being born, rewrite the Star Wars prequels, or even make you take off that mask.
I just like seeing all the death battles being changed.
This is over.
Oh, wow! You weren't kidding.
Ah, Beans, we're in the storyboard.
Oh, chum, I think that zany stunt of yours ran out the budget.
Oh.
Can't make the scene if you don't have the green. Lucky for you, I have an idea.
They found $1.
Ah, that's it. Honey bun, we're good to go.
And they're back, okay.
What? Where'd you get that?
Oh, Jack, I'm already wearing it.
Oh. Deadpool is sad.
Look at the sky. He isn't me. Although the internet thinks he might be. Perhaps I've gone too far, far from my reality. I'll do this right, I'm not a joke. What even is a chimichanga?
What? I mean, yeah, he'd be able to come back from that, but
Fuck you. Indeed. Who's next?
yep.
Yes, he's
The
gone.
tracks.
He's finally gone. He can
I mean, he'd
never bother us
no,
again.
he'd come back.
Why don't I feel as awesome as I should?
To be fair, given his more robust history, Deadpool held a solid advantage in experience and skill. He was relatively smarter and more, mentally put together in comparison. So it's possible he could have outsmarted the Mask, if given the chance.
Yes, if that chance was never gonna come.
Yeah.
He had some really cool feats of strength and speed.
I didn't even
but the
talk about the
Mask
feats
blew
because
him
they
out of the
didn't
water.
matter.
Who cares that Deadpool pulled around a 6-ton copter when the Mask knocked over a building weighing over 1,000 tons? And comparing their speed, he's 100 times faster too. Like, there's no contest.
Not to mention the size of the blast from the Mask and Lobo's collision equals 322 teratons of TNT, trillions of times greater than Deadpool's asteroid feat.
Whiz, stop. None of that matters. This is stupid. We pit Deadpool against a cartoon god. Like you said, the Mask could just say no to damage. Deadpool couldn't even really hurt him. This whole thing was a blowout. A total stomp.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess you're
No,
right.
it was, yeah.
We're supposed to be impartial, and we went too far. But Boomstick, it's too late to change it.
There's no way to mask what we've done.
The winner is...
What the hell?
Dear Wiz and Boomstick, I know our relationship has been a rocky one, but I just wanted to say thanks.
Gave him the
Thanks for helping me
continuity
rediscover
stone.
who I am, who I really am. The past decade of memes and cosplays and Hot Topic shirts changed me, and I couldn't see it on my own. You made me remember my true self, missing feet and all. And with some help from this royalty-free Sarah McLachlan ripoff song, I hope you can find in your hearts your true selves too. Sayonara, Death Battle. Sayonara.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Wiz, but I wish he was still around.
Yeah, me too. Oh no!
Oh, yeah!
Yep.
The winner is me!
Claps for the Mask.
Hey, thanks for watching this
You're welcome, Ben.
interesting episode.
It was
If you want the
interesting.
Battle music for yourself, you can get by clicking the link down below, and we're about to announce this year's season finale.
What? Next time on Death Battle. Rock Lee! Or no, Guy! It's Guy then. And oh, this is Guy versus All Might. Yeah. Watashi ga kita. Cause I watched the sub. Anyway, this death battle. Okay, so like when you're having Deadpool in a death battle, like after the first one, you can't take it seriously as a death battle, right? Like, I mean, cause it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. They confirmed that with Pinkie Pie, where they're just like, hey, we don't have to follow these rules. Why don't we just go do stuff? We'll hang out, and, right? And so then with this one, when you get someone like the Mask, yeah, like I mentioned, I didn't even talk about their feats because there was just no way that Deadpool could kill the Mask, at least not the majority of the time. Like they talked about in the conclusion, yes, Deadpool being like a little more sane and, you know, more cunning could have convinced the Mask to take off the mask. I mean, Lobo did it, so why not, right? But would that have happened the majority of the time that these two clashed? No. So it made sense to me, of course, that Mask would win. I didn't even think that, like, in the animation, that Deadpool would have been able to just go and get the continuity stone. because I thought that it was kind of the continuity stone that would have let him do those things, and since he gave it up, I did not think he would then be able to do those things. That was kind of my understanding, but I was wrong, evidently, so that's fine. I mean, I liked the actually of the mask there, but still, that was amusing. The animation for this was really enjoyable too. Like, it was super interesting having something, because again, like, this wasn't a serious death battle. So it wasn't the usual, like, death battle animation, not 3D, not 2D. I mean, not usual in either of those senses. It obviously was, like, 2D animation. But it was really cool how they did it. And like I said, too, during the analyses portion, I really appreciated this animated Deadpool more than I appreciated the, like, 3D Deadpool. Even when the 3D Deadpool was animated, I thought that this 2D one was better. And maybe that's just because I saw this one just now and I haven't seen the other one in, like, years, right? It's possible. But this was my my reaction to it was I appreciated this one more. I thought that it was clever and funny, and honestly, with these Deadpool ones, it can be really hit or miss for me. You know, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just obnoxious. You know, I'm kind of on the side of Wiz and Boomstick, where they're like, oh, this guy again, you know? But I thought that they played this one off, you know, really well overall. Were there parts where I thought maybe less so? Of course. But overall, I thought they did a really good job with this one. You know, of course, bringing Deadpool back in the end, and them acknowledging, like, well, he was against the guy who literally wouldn't take damage unless he wanted to. So, yeah, we kind of cheated there. Like, they admitted to that. They owned up to it. So, I appreciated that. And, yeah. Okay, those are my thoughts on this battle. Those are my thoughts on this death battle, so let me know what you all thought about this death battle in the comments below, whether you liked it, whether you disliked it, what you thought about this or that, etc., so on and so forth. And next time we will watch All Might versus Might Guy. All Might's gotta win, right? But with that, we're calling it here, so have a good one, everybody.